Alright, this is going to be a video on how to change the serpentine belt on my 91 Ranger. This may fit yours somewhere 89 to 95. So before this video starts, I just want to give you that little reference piece. This belt I got, I think, from O'Reilly's, I don't remember. But there are some replacement codes for it. Got a 1/2-inch breaker bar, 13mm wrench, and a serpentine belt. Now, since I live in the South, this is an air conditioning vehicle, and that belt down there is going to have to come off first. We've got to get it off right here before we can get the main serpentine belt. Again, taking this off, you want to take this bolt loose, not the pivot bolt, which is that one. This is a 13mm socket because I think these are just basically Mazdas. And now that we have that free, just basically use the breaker bar in here. Just a little square hole, I hope you can see it, and you move that up out of the way. That frees us up to take this belt off. I'm going to take it up over the fan blade, but I need 2 hands for that. I will take that off, then we're going to move to the other side. Now, over here at the idler pulley down here, past the alternator, that's the alternator. And let's see if I can get down in there. There is a, you don't want to move this pivot bolt, that stays in place, but we do want to get below it. There is the little slide bolt down there. Now I'm going to use a extension. I forgot to mention that on my 3/8" socket. I need to take it all the way off. Alright, down here is a little hole for your 1/2", and you use that just to move the idler out of the way, making it loose enough to get the belt off. Pay attention to where this belt is going. There is a diagram under the hood. Some of these shows you how the belt goes over it. Now I've got it off, and here's the reason why. That is a very old belt. Look at all the cracks. That would leave you stranded on the side of the road. I had some squealing. Surprised I didn't have a whole lot more. But this belt is probably so hard and so taut that it did not make much noise. New belt, obviously no cracking. Made in Korea, great. I'm sure it's good. There it is on. Just wiggle it around the fan blade in front of the radiator, and now it's on. Obviously not going to run like that. So, obviously the reverse motion of tensioning it up, and of course you want to lock down the idler arm, the idler pulley, whatever you want to call it. Don't stretch it so tight that it wants to pop off. That's about enough right there. Alright, so now I have the AC belt back on. It's running over the water pump pulley, the front of the water pump pulley. right there, around the idler arm, down by the AC pulley. It is very loose at the moment. So I've got my 1/2-inch breaker bar in that hole. I'm going to tension it up. And now that it's tensioned, I'm going to put my 13mm socket back on and tighten it up. Okay, now what remains to do is turn it on. I've got a standard, so don't know how this applies to automatic. I'm sure it's the same. And looks like my alternator is charging. I don't hear any squeals. Now, you got this old belt here, obviously not good for anything. However, I would recommend not throwing it away. I would recommend folding it back up, putting it back in your package, and setting it somewhere just in case. You don't want to get stranded on the road and not have a spare. This is a kind of a crappy spare, but it will do in a pinch if you need it. Hope this has helped. See you next time.